श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते। उपाधिभेदात् जीवेश्वरयोः भेददृष्टिः यावत् पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत् पर्यन्तं जन्म मरणादिरूप संसारः न निवर्तते. To keep going round and round. To reach where you started from. And then you realize, why should we go round and round? So that at one point you will realize that this is where you had to reach. And this all the time you were there. But Bheda Drishti is still there. I am different from Ishwara. I am different from Brahman. I am different from Atman. So I want to reach Brahman. What reach? What is the distance? 0 kilometers. What will you reach? I have to travel a long way. When do you think you will reach Brahman? I don't think, Swamiji, in this lifetime it is possible. It's a long way. What long way? You are already that. Just a matter of knowing. And how long does it take to know? Till that time we actually understand that we are already that. We have to keep going around. This is what is called samsara. So if we look at it from this standpoint, even the samsara should remind us of that Ishwar. Even when we are suffering. How? Bhagavān is like our friend who is putting us in the car and taking us round and round so that we feel, we understand, we have reached. And once we reach, then we don't have to go on this. So the samsara also is a blessing. Provided our mind is in the Ishwar. Otherwise, forgetfulness is Maya. So tasmat karanat, therefore for that reason, na jiveshwarayoho bheda buddhihi svikarya. Therefore for that reason, one should not accept any difference between Jiva and Ishvara. Oh, so now onwards I will say, who are you? I am Ishvara. I am the Lord of the universe. You want any boon? Ask, I will give you. Give yourself one boon and show me. Yourself. You get up half an hour earlier than what you are getting. I am Lord of the universe. I can get up anytime. You can't say anything. Don't eat. Don't ask me such things. You ask for something else. Lord of the universe. If I see here when it is said na bheda buddhi swikarya, doesn't mean that it is intellectually I start repeating I am Ishwara, I am Ishwara, I am Ishwara, I am not different from Ishwara, I am not different. Here what it is said, Ishwara as a Lord of the universe will always remain different from the jiva who is under the influence of avidya. But Ishwara, that in essence who is Brahman, is not different from jiva who is in essence Atman. That oneness is what is talked about. And how will I see that oneness? I am somehow not able to comprehend that Brahman essence of Ishwara. Don't waste your time. Comprehend your Atman essence. That is enough. Because once you find that here, you find it everywhere. So this is what is required. And that is why to bring about this oneness, our scriptures declare this oneness royally. These statements are called great statements, in Sanskrit called Mahavakya. Mahavakya. What is a Mahavakya? Where the oneness between this individual jiva and that total Ishvara in essence is talked about, declared. That is called Mahavakya. Okay? So, what is this Mahavakya? How should we understand this Mahavakya? Is the next section. So now, one of the Mahavakyas which is very, very popular is Tattvamasi. There are so many others. 4 of them are supposed to be called Pratinidhi Vakya. Pratinidhi means representative. So 4 texts of Veda, each Veda, one Upanishad, one Mahavakya is picked up and so they are representative Vakyas. These 4 Mahavakyas are popular ones. They are representatives of those respective Vedas. But that doesn't mean there are only 4. There are countless Mahavakyas. In every Upanishad, sometimes multiple Mahavakyas are. So here, of these 4 also, one of them, which is in Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 6, this particular Mahavakya has been repeated 9 times. Where the Guru is giving Upadesha to the Shishya, using various examples. Tattvam Asi, that thou art. In classic English. In some common English, you are that. So you are that. From Tattvam Asi. So now this section starts with a question. This question is asked by not a man of realization, not Ishvara, but an ignorant jiva. So he is asking, because jiva by nature, what is he saying? By nature, he looks at himself to be different from the world, the other jivas and Ishvara. So such a person, now he is asking this question, Nanu sahankarasya kinchijñasya जीवस्य निरहंकारस्य सर्वज्ञस्य ईश्वरस्य तत्त्वमसि इति महावाक्यात् कथम अभेद बुद्धिः स्यात् उभयोः विरुद्ध धर्माक्रांतत्वात् Nanu, this Nanu is a very nice, sweet word. Whenever, Guru is explaining something and when he has finished his discourse And after that, the student, traditional student, he wants to ask a question. So he says, Nanu, just a minute, I have to ask. Nanu. And the Guru says, what is it? And he says, Sahankarasya kinchignyasya jivasya. What is this jiva? As ahankara. I am this, I am this. Identified with the limited body. Kinchignyasya, how much knowledge he has? He is not omniscient, he is little scient. This much only he knows. Kinchignyasya, jivasya. And on the other side, nirahankarasya. No ahankar, ahankarta. Why? Because there is nobody else. What will Ishwar say? I. What else is there? Nirahankarasya. Sarvajnasya. Knows everything, total mind, total intellect, all knowledge. Sarvajnasya, Ishwarasya. Now on one side what is there? Little, limited, jiva. Other side, infinite, Ishwara. Both are there. Tat stands for Ishwara. Tvam stands for Jiva. And say Asi means both are one. Tattvamasi iti mahavakyat katham abheda buddhi syat. How can they both be same? Why do you say they can't be same? Because ubhayoho viruddha dharmakrantatvat. Because both of them have characteristics which are completely opposed to each other. So how can you say these two are one and the same? Understood the question? Tat indicates Ishwar. Tvam indicates Jiva. Now both are completely opposite. One is infinite, other is limited. One is omniscient, other is very little knowledge he has. One is all pervasive, other is limited. One is all powerful, other is powerless. So this completely opposite two entities, and Mahavakya is saying both are one. How to understand this? What is this question? This is question of Shraddha. It's not that, why is it said like that? Why? Ashraddha. Why is it said like that? Questioning the scripture. Whereas, what is this? How to understand this? That is right. How to? It has become question of Shraddha. So I am inquiring in the spirit of Shraddha. How to understand this? Because if it is said, it is right. But what I am understanding is they are totally opposite. How can they be one? Doesn't seem to be. So how to understand this? So then the Guru here says, Guru gave the knowledge of oneness of Jiva and Ishvara through the Mahavakya, the great statement called Tattvamasi. You are that. And the student raised a doubt that how can that be possible? On one hand, we have this Jiva who is limited, and on the other hand, there is infinite Ishvara. These two are completely opposed to each other. How can they be one? There was one class, and the teacher was teaching. The students were looking out of the window at a monkey. So the teacher said, "Why are you looking outside when I am here?" So look at the right monkey, not the wrong monkey. Look within, not outside. So how can these two, which are completely opposed to each other, be one? So here the Guru is answering, and this answer we will know now because we have understood. Before we read that part, one concept which is covered here, then we will just read, it will be clear. Let us say there is a very lazy person. very lazy, doesn't like to do anything. Such a person enters the room. So then when he comes into the room, his friends and all, he says, "Oh, here comes the buffalo." What is the statement? Here comes the buffalo. Now, somebody who does not know about this person who just entered, what will he think? He will look where? Why? Because he is understanding the literal meaning. What is the literal meaning? A four-legged animal, black in color usually, with horns, and lazy, keeps sitting wherever, in slush or in water, is just floating. That buffalo. But what did these people indicate? The indicative meaning was their friend was lazy, who is a human being. Right? So, the literal meaning is an animal, and the indicated meaning is a human being. Okay? So, literal meaning, if we understand, we will never be able to find the buffalo. Where is he? I am not able to see. But when I understand the indicative meaning, I will find the buffalo right here. This lazy fellow, he is what is indicated by the word buffalo. Clear? Similarly, here Guru says, Iti chenna sthula sukshma sharirabhimani tvam padavachyarthah upadhi vinirmuktam samadhi dasha sampannam शुद्धम चैतन्यम त्वं पदलक्ष्यार्थः एवं सर्वज्ञत्वादि विशिष्टः ईश्वरः तत्पदलवाच्यार्थः उपाधिशून्यं शुद्ध चैतन्यम तत्पदलक्ष्यार्थः एवं च जीवेश्वरयोः चैतन्यरूपेण अभेदे बाधकाभावः iti chet na. If you ask this way, that how can these two be one and the same because they are of opposite nature, he says no, that is not true. They can't be different. Why? Because when Tattvamasi is said, what is the meaning of Tat? What is the meaning of Tvam? When you take Tvam, the literal meaning in Sanskrit is called Vachyartha. Vachya Artha, literal meaning, whatever is spoken, the word meaning. The literal meaning of Tvam is the Jiva. Sthula Sukshma Sharirabhimani Jivaha. This Jiva is the literal meaning of the word Tvam, you. What is the word? What is the statement? You are that. Now this you, the literal meaning is, Guru is addressing the student and saying you. So then you means the Jiva. So I understand the literal meaning as Jiva. But what does the Guru intend to say? What is the indicated meaning? He is saying Upadhi Vinirmuktam, devoid of the Upadhi, devoid of the association with the Upadhi. Shuddha Chaitanyam, that pure consciousness. They could have said consciousness, but Shuddha, why it is used? Because consciousness sometimes is understood in different connotations. Therefore, Shuddha Chaitanya. So that Upadhi Vinirmuktam Shuddha Chaitanyam, that pure consciousness devoid of all the Upadhis, all the different adjuncts, instruments, that is the Lakshyartha, the indicated meaning of Tvam. So what is the literal meaning of Tvam? Jiva. What is the indicated meaning of Tvam? Brahman or Atman. Got it? Simple. Literal meaning is Jiva. So when you say Tvam, yesterday also we saw in that episode, जो तुम्हें जल में दिख रहा है वही आत्मा है. So now ये शरीर ही आत्मा है. Over. This is literal meaning. Literal meaning you won't get the correct understanding. Then indicated meaning, Vachyartha should be dropped and Lakshyartha should be known. What is Lakshyartha? Shuddha Chaitanya. This is that consciousness, that Brahman, that Atman, without any association or identification with the Upadhis. That is called Tvam, the indicated meaning, Lakshyartha of Tvam. So that is what the Guru means. No, he is not talking as Jiva. He is saying you, the real you. Who are you really? Where can I experience that? Because I am familiar with the I. When Guru says you, so I say waking state you. That's Vishwa. No. Dream state you. No. That is Tejas. Deep sleep state you. No. That is Prajna. Then which you are you talking about? Beyond all these three states, there is one experience which is not a state, but still it is counted as the fourth one. That is called Samadhi. Samadhi Dasha Sampanna. The one which is experienced in Samadhi. This Samadhi Dasha, although it's not a state, it is the self itself is called Samadhi. But that experience with respect to the three states is considered to be the fourth state. Fourth means in Sanskrit one word is Turiya. So Turiya state means fourth state. That is not the waking, dream or deep sleep state. It is beyond that. It is not a state, but it is counted as a state because we know three. So therefore it is counted as the fourth one. That it is not any of these three. To indicate that it is considered to be, it is called as fourth one. But it is actually not a state. Samadhi Dasha Sampanna. It has the lack of experience of anything else of the deep sleep state. It has the zero experience of the deep sleep state, coupled with the wakefulness of or the awareness of the waking state. Interesting. It has the zero experience of the deep sleep state, coupled with the wakefulness and awareness of the waking state. You are awake and aware, but you are not experiencing anything else. Then what are you experiencing? Yourself. Nothing else. In deep sleep state also nothing else is experienced, but I am not experiencing my own self also. So that is only ignorance. That is why Karan Sharira it is said. Karan Sharira Abhimani Atma Prajna iti uchyate. Whereas in Samadhi what happens? You are aware. But zero experience of anything else. Deep sleep state is not an experience of nothingness. It is an experience of nothing else. But we don't know that. That is why what do we say? I did not know anything. I slept happily. Aham kimapi na janami. Sukhena maya nidranu bhuyate. I did not know. Ignorance. So that experiencing nothing else from the deep sleep state, along with the awareness or the wakefulness of the waking state. Put them together. That is samadhi. I know myself and nothing else. Samadhi dasha sampannam. Question answered? So, upadi vinirmuktam samadhi dasha sampannam shuddham chaitanyam tvam pada lakshyartha. Okay. And what about tatpada? What is tatpada vachyartha? Evam sarvajñatvad vishishtah Ishwarah. That Ishwara who is qualified with the attributes of all-knowing, omnipresent, omnipotent, all these attributes are given. He is qualified by these attributes. That Ishwara is the literal meaning of Tat. And that Ishwara, that God. Okay. But what is indicated here is not talking about the one who is omnipotent, omnipresent, etc. What is he talking about? Upadi shunyam. No upadi of totality also. No association. Then what remains? Shuddha Chaitanyam. Only pure consciousness remains. That is the indicated meaning, lakshyartha of Tat. That. So Tvam Pada Vachyartha, literal meaning of Tvam is Jiva. Tvam Pada Lakshyartha is pure consciousness. Tat Pada Vachyartha, literal meaning is Ishwara. But indicated Lakshyartha of Tat Pada is pure consciousness. Now, once we know the indicated meaning of both these words, then Asi also is not required. Because both are one and the same. Understood? There is a green pot and a blue pot. Both pots are filled with milk. So now we say this and this are same. How can that be? This is green, this is blue. How can this be? Literal meaning of this is green color pot. This is blue color pot. But indicated meaning is without pot milk, one and the same. Understood? You have understood Mahavakya. What more is remaining? Over? Huh? Over? Yes. Complete. Then what next? Why next? Complete. Why next? Oh no, then do you mean to say that we are liberated? Yes, that is the next topic. Liberated. How will we know we are liberated? If you still have to ask this question, because what is samadhi? You are aware. Aware of what? Your own self. One who is aware of one's own self, does he have to ask someone else? And does he see someone else to ask? I want to know. I have a slight doubt that maybe I have realized. I think so. I somehow have this gut feeling that I have realized. But can you please validate? Does your ashram give certification? Okay, hereby it is certified that you are realized. Why do you want to? So that I can sit under a tree with one box. I will give blessings, you give money. What do you do with? What will you do with money? I have to buy a house. Oh, where is house? Oh, I have already selected. I just have to pay and buy. Oh, achha, so you are seeing a house. other than you. Yes, that is there. Oh, and you are saying you are realized. Yes. You want certificate? Yes. I will give you certificate. It will take you for Taj Mahal Darshan. Free. So a person who has realized the oneness of this Shuddha Chaitanya, whether in the form of an individual witness or the form of the total as the substratum. See, Tattvamasi gives this oneness of Atman and Brahman, these two words, although they mean the same thing, but there is a difference in its usage. When I talk about Avasthatraya Sakshi, the witness is referred to as Atman. Generally, you can call it Brahman, there is nothing, it's interchangeably usable, but in the scripture. And when you talk about the entire universe and the substratum of this universe, that is referred to as usually Brahman. Now the question is, till witnesshood, that I am the witness of all my experiences and the instruments of experiences, till that time, that level of knowledge I can still accept. But when it comes to I am the substratum of this entire universe, that is difficult to digest. How can that be? I am the witness, that I can understand. But how can I be the substratum of the universe? How can I be the cause of this whole Jagat? That doesn't seem to be possible. So Tattvamasi actually indicates this oneness. The illuminator of all my experiences and the substratum of this entire universe is one and the same. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. That is another Mahavakya. That's the experiential Mahavakya. Tattvamasi is the instructional Mahavakya. Upadesha Vakya. And this is Anubhava Vakya. So, I am that. So this is what is indicated. And one who has realized this, one who has understood this, realized this, experienced this. Understanding is not just mere intellectual, it is experience, directly experienced. Such a person is called a liberated being, Jivan Mukta, or man of realization. Jivan Mukta means what? Jivan, living. In this body, he is still alive, but he is Mukta. Means he is still, his life continues. Others can see him alive, but he is not associated or identified with the body. Jivan. So many stories of this Jivan Muktas are there. They are living in the body but not as the body. That is Jivan Mukta. Gurudev's very famous quote is there. Live in the world but don't be of the world. Live in the body but not as the body. So this is Jivan Mukta. Liberated while living. See, the concept of liberation, sometimes, we have this concept where we say that when will I get liberated? When I am free from all this upadhi. And what do we understand as free from upadhi? Death. Because we see that I leave this body, then identification will drop. It doesn't happen like that. Because I take up another body and I get identified with that. So just removing the body will not solve the problem. Being in the body, I have to be aware that I am not this body. So getting out of the body is not the solution, because we will get into another body. That's all. Do you mean to say if we remove these clothes, then I will not have any attachment to clothes? I will wear something else. Similarly, one body goes, another body will come. And that's how it has been happening for so many lifetimes. So this knowledge has to take place while living only, not after death. If it can happen only after death, there will be two problems. One problem, nobody would want this knowledge. Because I am not in a hurry to die. Last, in the deathbed, they are there. Can you call my guru quickly? What? Give me knowledge, give me knowledge. I am about to die. I want liberation. Give. So nobody would be in a hurry to get this knowledge. Nobody would be interested also. And second, we will never find a realized master. Why? Is your guru realized? Yes, he was. As soon as he realized, died. Because for realization, you have to die. So death and realization don't have any correlation. Realization happens while living. This knowledge happens, liberation happens while living. After that, when the body is dropped, then it is referred to as Videha Mukti. No Deha, Videha Mukti. But till that time, it is Jivan Mukti. While living only, liberated. Gurudev has written, sometimes people ask, is your guru realized? First thing is, how do I know? I can have faith, but only a realized master can know a realized master. Am I fit to evaluate my guru, whether he was realized or not? How do I know? But I have faith that yes, of course he was realized. How do you say that? So we see in the scriptures so many different signs of a liberated master. We saw them in Gurudev. So that's why we know that he is realized. And Gurudev's own words also at one place. On a Quest movie, that dialogue was there. I don't know how many of you paid attention. He said that Swami Shivananda, he came to Tapovan Maharaj with a flower, one flower. He placed it at his feet and he said, Swami Shivananda taught me to live in God as God, and you pushed me beyond. Thank you. And he prostrated. This was a scene. And before that, it was symbolically also picturized. Sitting there, and there was this sunrise in the back. Moment of realization. He started spreading this knowledge after realization. That is why somebody very interestingly asked in one of the seminars. One of our mission Swamis were addressing the seminar. But after that there was a question answer session. So one of them asked that, have you realized the self that you are talking about? So the answer that he gave, till date I remember, it was by far the best possible answer we can think of. He said, my master, after reaching, started teaching, and I, for reaching, I am teaching. That's it. So a realized master is the guru. He is the only guru. And we all are walking the paths that he has shown us. That is a Jivan Mukta. Now, how is this Jivan Mukta? What are his characteristics? So, very beautiful, inspiring description. How is he within himself and how is he with respect to the Jagat? Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.